Data drives transformation. Analytics help tailor education, bridge gaps, and empower both students and educators to excel. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Rima Shine. Welcome to the training session series conducted by eLearning Center. It's a great pleasure to welcome you to today's session on leveraging data analytics for improved educational outcomes. In an era driven by data, the intersection of analytics and educations hold incredible potential to transform learning experiences, personalize instructions, and empower educator with actionable insight. Together, we will explore how the power of data can lead to more equitable, effective, and impactful educational practices. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to a very fruitful and engaging discussion today. Why data analytics matters in education. The rise of data in every aspect of life, including education. We live in an era where data is a central part of almost every industry and aspects of life. From business decisions to healthcare, data inform and drive progress. And education is no exception. The digital age has brought an abundance of data sources, including student performances, metrics, engagement levels, and even the behavior patterns. If we talk about the educational shift, in the educational landscape, the integration of technology has led to the collection of vast amount of data. From online assessments and learning management systems to classroom activities, educators now have access to more data than ever before. This shift means that data is no longer just a byproduct of teaching, but a tool that can actively shape and enhance the education practices. So now we can talk about the importance that how data analytics enable educator to make informed decisions, personalize learning, and enhance student outcomes. Data analytics empowers educators to make evidence-based decisions by analyzing the trend and the pattern in the student performance. Their attendance, their engagement, educator can identify the area where the students are struggling and adjust their teaching method or interventions accordingly. This leads to more targeted and effective teaching strategies. One of the most significant benefits of data analytics is its ability to support personalized learning. By understanding each student's unique learning style, strengths, and weaknesses, educator can tailor the instructions to meet individuals' needs. These personalizations can improve student engagement, motivation, and academic success. So, ultimately, the goal of using data analytics in education is to enhance the student outcomes, whether it's a through just early identification of at-risk students, optimizing curriculum delivery, or providing timely feedback. Data-driven approaches help educators create a more effective and responsive learning environment. This lead to a better academic performance, higher retention rates, and more positive education experiences for students. So, harnessing the power of data, the discussion aimed to explore how educator can leverage data analytics to improve teaching and learning. By understanding the various ways data can be used, such as curriculum development, student assessment, and instructional design, educator can create more impactful and engaging learning experiences. This introduction will set a stage for exploring practical applications of data analytics in the classroom. Educators will learn how to integrate data into their daily practices, making it a powerful tool for continuous improvement and student success. So now it's time to explore more about the data analytics. What is the data analytics? How many types? How we can work with this to improve our educational outcomes? If I explain it in a definition format, like the collecting, analyzing, interpreting data to make informed decisions, that is basically core definition of the data analytics. Data analytics involves the gathering data from the various sources, analyzing it to identify trend and pattern, and interpreting these findings to make informed decisions. In education, this means using data to enhance the teaching practices, improve student outcomes, and optimize the overall learning experiences. The goal of data analytics is to turn raw data into actionable insight. By understanding what the data reveals, educators can make strategic decisions that are based on evidence rather than just intuitions and the guesswork. The second more important part is the types of data. If you as educator connected with the research phase, you must be familiar with these two types of the data. The first one is the quantitative data, the other one is qualitative data. I would like to explain about the quantitative data with an example. That quantitative data refer to a numerical data that can be measured and quantified. In education, this include the test scores, the attendance record, the grades, the other matrices that provide a measurable view of student performance and behavior. This type of data is often used to track the progress, identify the trend, and compare student performances across different group or time period. If I elaborate the second term, which is a type of data analytics that is qualitative data, with an example that the qualitative data consists of non-numerical information that provide insight into student experiences, behavior, and attitudes. This can include student feedbacks from surveys, classroom observation, and written reflections. The qualitative data is valuable for understanding the context behind the numbers, providing a deeper understanding of student needs, motivations, and challenges. So, which kind of tools used to cater these analytics, these type of the data analytics? The first is LMS analytics. LMS is a learning management system, just like a Blackboard. So the learning management system often have built-in analytic tools that track student engagement, participation, and performance with the online platform. These tools provides the real-time data that can be used to monitor progress and identify areas where students may need the additional support. If you're talking about the spreadsheet is like a Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, a versatile tool that allow educators to organize and analyze and visualize data. They are commonly used to tracking grades, attendance, and other matrices, as well as for performance more complex data analysis as well with the spreadsheet. Specialized softwares. These are also specialized data analytics software solutions designed specifically for education, such as Tableau and Power BI. These tools offer advanced features for data visualization, reporting, and predictive analytics helping educator make more informed decisions based on detailed data insights. So let's discuss about the benefit of the data analytics for educator. As an educator, how you will be benefited by these kind of different tools, why you need to be do the analysis of your data. Let me explain. This is one of the core part of just improving as we are struggling to implement the technology, transform the technology we want to implement in our education, the more versatility we want to give a student a more options to learn. So until we are not able to just analysis that what actual need of our student, we will not able to give them any productive technology or any productive education. For example, a very simple example, my student or my audience needs something related to science or something related to technology, and I am giving them related to all the paperwork and these kind of thing, which is not as much productive as they, if I understand, I do analysis what the actual need of them, and then I provide them is more productive rather than giving them a journal things, which is a trending already traditional trendings. So the personalized learning is the tailored instructions to meet individual student needs. Now the word is working and focusing more about the personalized learning as they understand that all the students are not the same. All the students' needs are not the same. So they are now the big studies and big implementations on the personalized learning, not even in Saudi Arabia, all over the world. The big universities, they implemented the environment, they implemented the technology, they implemented the courses like this, which is just supporting the personalized learning. So these are not just talkative things. These are already implemented in all over the world. So understand the individual need is the important part. Data analytics allow educators to gather detailed insight into each student learning style, their strength, their weaknesses. By analyzing performance data, engagement level, and learning pattern, educator can create personalized learning experiences that cater to the unique need of each student. So this customization, the tailored approach can include differentiated instructions, customized assignments, or adaptive learning technologies that adjust the content based on the student's progress. Personalized learning help ensure that each student is challenging appropriately and receives the support they need to succeed. Early interventions identify at-risk students and provide support before issue accelerate. So, proactive approach is one of the most powerful benefit of data analytics is its ability to help educator identify at-risk students early. By monitoring data such as attendance, grades, participation, educator can support warning sign that student may be struggling. So you can provide a timely support to them. Like early identification allow educator to just intervene before issues become more severe. So this might include offering educate additional tutoring, counseling, modifying instructional strategies to better support to the student. Early interventions is the key to prevent the academic failure and the keep student on track. So the third one, the curriculum improvement. Adjust content and teaching method based on data insight. You have to be able to continuous improvement. Data analytics provides a value feedback on how well the curriculum is meeting the need of students. By analyzing data for assessment, surveys, and classroom activities, the educator can identify area where students are excelling and where they are struggling. Informed adjustments. These insights allow the educator to make the data-driven adjustments to the curriculum. This could involve rethinking how certain topics are taught, introducing new resources, or modifying the pacing of the course. The goal is to create a curriculum that is more effective and engaging for students. While we're talking about the resource allocations, the efficiently distributed resources where they are met most needed. It's been the maximizing the resources. Schools often or universities often have limited resources, so it's crucial to allocate them where they will be have the greatest impact. Data analytics can help identify which student, program, or area of the curriculum require more support. The targeted allocation, for example, if data shows that a particular group of students is underperforming, resources such as additional tutoring, technology, or specialized instructions can be directed to those students. Efficient resources allocation ensure that efforts are focused on the area that will yield the most significant improvement in the student outcomes. To make it easy for you to understand and connect it with this today's topic is not like to giving you a different kind of opportunity to softwares or like this. It's first of all you have to understand what actually this domain is, how it's beneficial for you as an educator. Then the question is how you will be able to implement. You already have all the analytics. You already have a learning management system. You have different analysis of a student attendance, the scores, the grades, the assessment scores. But now you need to know how you will be able to utilize that data to make your educational content more improved for the students to get what the actual effective outcomes. So today's session is basically to reshape your knowledge in which already you have a raw data to how you will be able to transform that raw data into a very productive material. Let's have a quick discussion on this tutorial that you will get actually the data analytics from A to Z, the scratch, the quick overview about the data analytics.
The role of data in the education environment is evolving and has the potential to affect institutions, students, and suppliers. Schools collect large amounts of data, gleaning information on student attendance, grades, learning styles, alongside operational and financial statistics. As the number of platforms and applications has increased, so have both the volume of data generated and the potential value of analyzing this information. A wide variety of tools exist, from data aggregation and visualization tools that essentially help districts with reporting requirements all the way through to genuine adaptive learning platforms. Whilst the collection and utilization of data has the potential to help drive learning outcomes, the edtech industry, as with the wider technology industry, continues to face scrutiny with regards to student data privacy policies. One of the key issues impacting the edtech market development in the coming years is the varying approaches several sectors take when providing insights to help inform instructions. The role of data in the
I hope now you understand about what the actual mean of the data analytics. What is actually the simple definition of that one? Now the question is which kind of the data you need to be implement these all strategies, which kind of data as educators you have to make in a very transformed thing, how you will be able to change it into a very productive way. Let me explore more for you that we do have our sources of educational data. The first thing is the student performance, test scores, assessments, and assignments. While we are talking about the test scores, these results from standardized tests, quizzes, and exams provide a quantitative measure of a student knowledge and understanding in specific subject area. Test scores are critical source of data for evaluating the academic progress and identifying area where students may need additional support. These include the homework, the projects, the other coursework that students complete as a part of their learning process. Analyzing assessments data help educator understand how well students are just grasping the material and applying their knowledge in various contexts. The assessments, how assessments can be a source of it, that these can be a formative ongoing assessments used to monitor the learning process, or summative like the final evaluation at the end of a unit or course. Assessments provides valuable insight into the both the individual and the group performances, allowing educator to adjust instruction as needed. You do not need to do anything beyond the box, anything beyond the limits. You already have all this data. You are regularly doing the assessments, the assignments, the quizzes, the attendance. These all data is already with you as educator. Now what you have to do, what you need to do, you need to understand how you will be able to perform or just use this raw data to find out some productive outcomes which will help you to improve educational outcomes. The second is engagement matrices. How this data will be a source for you to make engagement matrices, attendance, participation in discussions, time spent on tasks. Like attendance tracking, student attendance provide data on how consistently students are attending classes, which can be an indicator of their engagement and commitment to learning. Poor attendance may signal disengagement and external challenges that need to be addressed. And if I'm talking about participation in discussion, participation's data includes the contributions to class discussion, involvement in a group work, and engagement in online forums. High level of participation often correlate with the deeper understanding and interest in the subject matter. And the time spent on tasks, the mattress trick, just you have to be track how much time students spend on the specific tasks such as completing assessments or engaging with the online course material. Understanding time on task can help educator access the difficulty of assessments and effectiveness of instructional design. So these are the little small things which can help us to make them better and improved educational outcomes, just using that raw data which is already with us to make a very productive outcomes for the students. The feedback is very important. If we are talking about surveys, the peer review, the teacher observation, service, if something is online, as in our university we are working on a blended, like the some are the online courses, some are the offline courses. So the survey, student survey, provides qualitative data on their experiences, perceptions, and satisfaction with the course. Qualitative mean not a numeric data, it could be a simple, in a simple language they can give their feedback what actually they feel about the course. Even we do have a lot of tools which can interpret the qualitative data. The language, the simple language written, this is basically a natural language processor. This is one of a part of the AI that is connected with the different kind of tools which help you to interpret that qualitative data into a actual outcome what you want to analysis. Surveys can uncover issues that aren't immediately apparent through performance data alone, such as feelings of confusion or lack of engagement. Peer reviews. Peer reviews involves students providing feedback on each other's work. This data offer insight into student understanding and can highlight the strength and the area for improvement from the perspective of their peers. And the teacher observation, which is a very important asset of data, that the educator often gather data through direct observation of student behavior and performance in the classroom. Observation can provide the context to other data source, helping it identify the trend or issues that require attention. The fourth one, the administrative data. How the administrative data can be a source for us for our data analysis. The administrative data, the enrollment, the demographic information, the course completion rates. So, enrollment, for example, enrollment data includes information on how many students are enrolled in a course, which can impact resource allocations and the course planning. Analyzing trending enrollment can also help identify popular courses or areas where support may be needed. And if you're talking about the demographic information, demographic data such as the age, gender, the socioeconomic status, the cultural background can help educator understand the diverse need of their student and tailor the instructions accordingly. The this completion rates. This data tracks the percentage of students who successfully complete the course. Low completion rates may indicate the issues with the course design, difficulty level, or student engagement. Promoting further investigation and potential adjustment can be done. So now the question is how to analyze and interpret data. How we will be able to analyze the data and then we will be able to interpret. Now we are on a stage where we do have all kind of data which is collected by the different sources, which I already explained: the feedback, the surveys, the assessment, the assignments, the observation of a teacher, using different the engagement track. These all things, the completion of a course, the course that rate, these all tracks are included in as a source of data. So now we are here to, we do have a source of data, we have a raw data. Now the question is how we will be able to analyze and interpret that data. So first of all, we have to understand the actual the terminologies about how we will be able to interpret data, and then we will be able to analyze. This is not like to be just put in a tool to find out the actual outcome. If you want to even to put in a tool, you have to be preparing your data to give you your improved outcomes for you. The data cleaning, this is an important part. The data cleaning is the process of identifying and correcting or removing errors, the inconsistencies, the inaccuracies in a data set. This ensures that the data is reliable and ready for analysis. Why it's important? Because accurate and consistent data is crucial for making valid conclusions. Cleaning data involves tasks like removing duplicates, correcting errors, handling missing values, which can otherwise skew the results and lead to incorrect interpretations. Um, If I tell you like an example, if you have a data set of student test scores, and data cleaning might involve removing any duplicates, or correcting just obvious errors, so you can say that the score enter as 105 out of 100. So the cleaning of data is an important part. The second thing is data visualization. Data visualization involves presenting data in graphical format such as charts, graphs, and dashboards. These visuals make complex data more understandable and accessible. So the importance of visualization is visual representation of data can highlight it, the key trend, the pattern, the outlier that might not be immediately apparent in raw data. They help in communicating finding to a broad audience. For example, a bar chart comparing every test score across different classes provide a clear visual representation of performance differences, make it easier to identify which class are excelling or need improvement. The trend analysis is the process of examining data over a period of time and identify consistent pattern or trend. So the importance of it is that understanding the trend can be help in making predictions and informed decisions. For example, if test scores are consistently improving, it might indicate that the new teaching methods are effective. If you have a student performance over 5 years, you might notice a steady increase in math scores, indicating a positive trend in student learning outcome in that specific subject. While you're talking about the comparative analysis involves comparing different groups within a data set to identify the strength and the weaknesses. This type of analysis help in understanding differences between groups, which can inform targeted interventions or strategies. Or, for example, comparing the performance of different demographic groups can highlight the disparities that need to be addressed. For example, if you compare the test scores between the male and the female students or between the different schools, you might find significant differences that suggest certain groups require more support or that specific school have the best practice worth emulating. These points collectively provide a foundation of analysis and interpreting data effectively, enabling more informed decision making and better educational outcomes. So let's talk about the practical application in the classroom. Practical application in the classrooms, that here's the explanation of the key points related to applying data insight in teaching, like differentiated instructions. Differentiated instructions involve the training the teacher method and material to meet the diverse need of students based on insight gained from data that allow teachers to understand individual student needs, strengths, and weaknesses, enabling them to customize their instructions to better support each student's learning. For example, if the data show that some students are excelling in math while others are struggling, a teacher might provide more challenging tasks to the advanced students while offering additional support or alternative explanation to those who need it. The second thing is formative assessment. Formative assessment means that formative assessments are tools to use to monitor the student learning in real time. They help teachers adjust their instructions based on the ongoing data, ensuring that students are on track to meet the learning objectives. By continuous accessing the student progress, teachers can quickly identify area where students may be falling behind and make immediate adjustments to their lesson plan. For example, like after a quick quiz or a class activity, a teacher might notice that the most of the students didn't just didn't get a particular concept. The teacher can revisit that concept in the next lesson rather than moving on to the new material. Student grouping. These all are the practical applications we need to be do in a classroom to get actually the source data, what is effective data. Then we will able to put the interpretation and analysis on that data effectively. So the student grouping involve organizing students into groups based on their skill levels, learning styles, or other data driven criteria. The grouping students strategically allows for more focused instructions, such as group can work at an appropriate pace and level, maximizing learning outcomes. For example, a teacher might create a small group of reading instructions where advanced readers work on more complex text, while struggling readers receive additional guidance with the simpler material. Targeted support. Targeted support involves offering additional help to the student, identify as needed extra assistance based on data insights. The importance of that thing is data can be revealed which students are struggling with a specific concept or skills, enabling teachers to provide targeted interventions such as tutoring, additional practices, or one-on-one instructions. For example, if the data show a student consistently performing below expectations in writing, the teacher might schedule extra sessions focused on writing skills or giving them some extra practices tasks to improve the student outcomes. So now talk about the challenges and the considerations in the data analytics. The data privacy. The data privacy involves the safeguarding student information to prevent the unauthorized access or misused. Protecting data, student data is a crucial to maintaining trust and the combining with the legal regulations. Universities and schools must ensure that the personal information is secure and used only for the educational purpose. So the challenge is that implementing robust security measures and ensuring that the only authorized person have the access to the sensitive data can be complex and resource intensive. So the second challenge is data literacy. The data literacy is basically refer to the ability of educator to read, understand, and effectively use data in their decision-making process. The educator need to be trained to interpret data correctly and apply insight to improve the teaching and the learning. Without proper training, data can be misinterpreted, leading into the ineffective or misguided decisions. So today's session is one of example in front of you to train as educator. Not all of the maybe most of you know about all these strategies, but most of the educator don't know about these strategies. They don't know about what to do the data we get from the surveys, the analytics, the all the graphs we have, this number of students present, these number of students do the assessment in a this way. So they just collect that data, but they don't know. Even after the if you giving any kind of the sessions, for example, the e-unit heads are giving multiple sessions in their departments in their colleges, and also giving them in the end of the session the evaluation form, or give them a link for the evaluation form. If we are not using that evaluation graphs for improve our sessions, improve our quality of delivering, improve our content of delivering, then there is no benefit for that one. Or if we are not well educated to know that data evaluation graphs which we collected from the educators, as against the session or as against any training session, and how we will be able to get, actually we are not able to interpret it, we are not able to analysis properly, it's mean we are giving the misguided decisions towards the ineffective decisions. So this is the one of our challenge. So the purpose of this topic to come up in front of you as educator, that you have something which is already with you, even you are a traditional educator, even you are an online educator, you are giving the courses online or offline, in both sense you have some of the data which is related to the students performances, their engagement, their scores, everything which related to the students, all the data is with you. If you are not well trained, or if you are not well guided to know about the how you will be able to use this data to improve your educational environment, so it's called a challenge for us. So providing the educate profession development and the ongoing support to help educators to build their data literacy skill is essential but can be challenging, especially in resource constrained environment. Okay, resource availability. Availability can be one of challenge, big challenge. Our reliance on data means depending too heavily on data-driven decisions, potentially at the expense of professional judgment or other qualitative factors. While data is valuable, it's essential to balance it with the teacher professional insights and understanding of their students. Relying slowly just on our data can be lead to a narrow focus that overlook the broader context of the student learning and development. So striking the right balance between the data-driven decisions and understanding the educator bring to their practice can be difficult. So the on reliance of data, that is a difficult part. That striking the right balance between the data-driven decisions and the understanding that educator bring the practice can be difficult. So this is also one of the challenge, that excessive dependence on the data-driven discussion potentially overshadowing the professional judgment and the qualitative factors. So let's have one case study, that improving graduations rates. University implemented a data-driven approach to identify students at risk of not graduating. By analysis various data points such as attendance, grades, behaviors, the university was able to intervene the early with targeted support such as tutoring or counseling. As a result, the graduation rate improved significantly. So what you can do with the data analytics, you can perform the steps early before get into the failure. The second case study is related to the personalized learning for better performance. An educator used data analytics to tailor instructions to individual student needs by tracking student progress and learning styles. The educator personalized lessons and assessments, leading to significant improvement in student performance. This approach allowed to educator to address gaps in knowledge and ensure that each student was progressing at their own pace. So these are the success stories in the real world, that the measurable impact of data analytics. These cases demonstrate how data analytics can lead to the measurable improvement in educational outcomes. By using data effectively, universities, schools, and educators can make the informed decisions that positively impact student success. So now the question is which tools we need to be used, tools and the resources for the data analytics are important to implement. That first one is LMS, the learning management system. The learning management system, like a Blackboard, you do already have. We are using much in use. The Blackboard is a versatile learning management system which can have all the features inbuilt. Like learning management systems often come with the built-in analytic features that allow educators to track the student progress. You can monitor the engagement and identify area where students may need additional support. You have the grade center to just follow up all the grades of the students, the attendance of the students. The assessments track is available in the LMS system to identify an analysis of all the data. These analytics can provide the insight into the how students interact with course material, enabling data-driven decisions to improve the learning outcome. So we do have the data visualization tools as well, like Excel, the Google Data Studio, Tableau. Tableau are the essential for the turning the raw data into a visual representation, such as charts, graphs, and dashboard. So Power BI is also used to do that. It is connected with your database, collect raw data from your database or data set, and then convert it into the visualization, the animated graphs, which help you to understand actually the data quickly and refined way. These will help the educator quickly understand trends, patterns, and outliner in the data, making it easier to communicate finding and make informed decisions. So the educational softwares, which are the educational softwares, a platform like the Power School and the Schoology offer comprehensive data analytics capabilities, including the tracking student performance, attendance, and the behavior. And these tools provide the educator with a centralized platform to manage and analyze data, supporting better instructional planning and student interventions. So the professional development is the ongoing professional development. If as a data analytic, the professional development for you want to be like a data analytic. So including the courses and workshop focus on data literacy, it is crucial for educator to effectively use the data in their practice. Training in data analysis, interpretations, and application equip educator with the skills needed to leveraging data analytics tools and improve the educational outcomes. The future of data driven education, it's you can't say now the future. This is a present plus the near future. These things are already implemented. The artificial intelligence is already connected with all of kind of educational area or any industry, the medical, the healthcare, the any industry is not now work without AI. So this is a current scenario, but what you can think about the future is artificial intelligence is fully implemented in these kind of the tools. Data analytics is one of the thing which is very sensitive and very accuracy is needed. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics in education is now the trend. So if you say the really the present or future or near future of education is increasingly being shaped by emerging technologies, artificial intelligence and the machine learning. These tools can analyze vast amount of the data to predict the student outcomes, identify protection challenges, and suggest interventions before issue arise. Predictive analytics allow educators to anticipate the student need and adapt their teaching strategies proactively. So this is a aid for technology. The artificial intelligence is a aid for technology to do the work more quickly, more accurately, and predict before the time proactively. So greater personalization, the real-time adjustments to teaching, that as data analytics evolves, the potential for highly personalized education grows. With AI-driven insight, educator can tailor lesson to individual learning styles, pace, and preferences, offer each student a unique learning experience. Additionally, the real-time data allow for immediate adjustments to teaching methods, ensure that the student receive the support they need exactly what they needed. So the ultimately vision of the future is seamless integration of the data-driven decision making into everyday teaching practices. So in this future, the data analytics become an integral part of the education process, empowering educator to make informed, timely decisions that enhance the student learning and outcome without being burdensome or disruptive. Let's do have a one visual representation of the implementation of AI with nowadays with every tool have generative AI tools, which is a aid or a help of that technology to make the work more quickly, increasingly improved, and more accurately. Let's have a look.
Today, we're talking about education, data analytics, and AI. As an education leader, you are faced with making the best use of available resources to best prepare your students to succeed throughout their learning career. And as an education leader, many important decisions that you make may be based on anecdotal information and trial and error. Getting actionable insights from system data can be difficult. The insights may only be usable by a limited number of people, and you have concerns about the ethical and responsible use of the insights. Your CIO may tell you that system data is complicated and costly to manage, that it's siloed, and it's not secure. Now imagine a time in the near future. You are reviewing your daily analytics dashboard and notice an alert that chronic absenteeism is finally consistently improving. Upon further examination,
you can see that there is a complete dashboard which is giving you an opportunity to live data, all the data analysis is here available, and also there is some alert if there is immediately do a decision or immediately apply any kind of decision on it, so you will get the um, alert about it. So this is because of the power of AI. So you can see that the things are becoming more easier and more versatile to implement it.
you see that one of the most significant factors for this improvement is a return to school program that was implemented last year. This program is predicted to continue making a positive impact in the coming years, and this impact will only be a significant factor for improving graduation rates. Now you can make a compelling case for increased funding of this program based on real evidence. This is just one example of how education systems around the world are using data analytics and AI to transform education. In fact, by 2027, education systems worldwide will be spending nearly 35 billion US dollars with a growth rate of almost 30%. This growth is largely attributed to the need for data informed decisions and making best use of available resources, while creating a personalized and enriching student experience. Data analytics and AI opens the door to powerful and timely insights for education leaders to improve education outcomes while also reducing costs. School leaders can improve the student experience through timely interventions and student engagement. Educators can develop lesson plans and strategies to increase student success. And students can get a 360-degree view of their classes, assignments, attendance, assessments, as well as career path recommendations and ways to decrease stress while improving performance.
See, this is the four different categories to giving a complete, powerful insight examples that educational leaders can be improve the educational outcomes by doing this analysis. The school leaders or university leaders, the administrators can what can they can improve the student experience through timely interventions and the student engagement. The educators itself develop lesson plan and strategies to increase student success, and the most benefited by this process is student that get the 360 view of the classes assessments, the attendance, the assignments, as well as the career path recommendation, and the way to decrease the stress while improving performance, while they are seeing that what happening, what their input is happening in front of them, they are clear picture of their career, because the student is much more stressed about their career. So if you are giving them a clear recommendation for their career, so you can see that their stress level is down, and then they are more connected with their studies and give more effectively outcomes, definitely.
These are just an example of how Microsoft and our partners are working with education systems around the world to plan, design, and implement data analytics and AI to gain insights and make them actionable. To begin your data analytics and AI journey, we want to understand your goals, such as improve equity and inclusion, personalize learning, and improve teacher effectiveness. Then we
Every technical industry which is associated with any environment, like the educational environment, health environment, or any other environment, they are using the data to analyze, and then they make the improvements. Till the Microsoft is
It's 21 hours.
improving and implementing new things in their softwares, in their applications, in their new applications launching. Why? Because they are doing a complete analysis of their data, which is their audience, what actually they understand, what actually our audience needs, why we need to be improved or introduce the new things. So this is an important thing as an company of the Microsoft improving because of doing a data analysis. So any kind of industry, like even a business, even an educational area, can do these things before implement any kind of new technology. We do have to be analysis of which what we already have. We have to analysis of what actually the audience need, and then we will be able to do a right decision. So now I am sure you are now understand the importance of the data analytics in real environment, in real world. This is not just a topic. This is not just just some of the content which we need to just go through. This is actually implemented thing, which is not in education, not in a small part, even the bigger part to the smaller part. So you can implement that analytics to the one industry, one environment, one educational area, department, or even on a one student. So you can see that it's implemented on all kind of the area. So it's very important to understand actually what it is and how it's beneficial for us.
with you to identify the data analytics and AI that will help achieve these goals, such as recommend best strategies for use of technology to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as learning outcomes. Student coursework based on potential, interests, performance, and preferred learning modes. Teacher professional development that improves learning outcomes and teacher satisfaction. Third, we create a solution architecture, which is how the data analytics and AI will be implemented on Microsoft Azure. This architecture usually includes the data sources, then Azure Synapse Analytics Cloud Services ingest the data from the data sources. AI models create insights from the data, and Power BI reports and dashboards visualize the insights to make
The Microsoft Azure is one of the cloud computing software which help to connect with the data source, which is the you can say the database or the data which contain all the raw data. And then this is a Power BI. Power BI is also a Microsoft application which help you to visualize that data which is connected here. It's just converted to the charts, graphs, live charts and graphs help you to get the actually pattern of what actually the analysis of data how it's look like and help you to more quickly to take a decision.
And meaningful and actionable. Finally, a roadmap helps guide your progress and align stakeholders. For example, the first phase of your roadmap may start with establishing a data analytics and AI foundation in the cloud. Then, phase two might focus on data analytics and AI for student success and improve learning outcomes. And phase three could focus on using data analytics and AI to enable system wide education transformation that includes optimizing workflows, making curriculum content more engaging, creating more effective policies, and much more. Once these items are complete, Microsoft can work with you to implement each phase of the roadmap. And by the end of each phase, you will have a process in place and the technical skills to manage and evolve your data analytics and AI solution. We can also help you put the insights into action by working with education leaders, educators, and others to adopt and utilize the insights. Working with Microsoft to help you implement your roadmap can increase your likelihood of success and achieving your goals for turning data into actionable insights. Contact Microsoft to help you create a data analytics and AI journey suited to your unique goals, budget, time frame. Today, today,
So this is all about the data analysis, the resources, how we get the resources, how we get the data, then how we will be able to transform or interpret that data to make a clean data, and then how we will be able to use a different kind of tools and software to get our outcomes. After getting that outcomes we will be able to make the decisions on a different kind of the way. So the importance of data analytics, the informed decision making, personalized learning, and improve outcomes. The practical applications for that is that data can be used to adjust teaching methods, identify at-risk students, and allocate resources very efficiently. And some of the challenges always being there, any kind of the implementation, but there is some challenges that like the data privacy, the data privacy, the data literacy, and the balancing data with professional judgment is a mandatory part to implement such kind of decision making things. So these all the awareness about the data from the analysis until the privacy until to the decision or implementation is important for you as educator, because if you are not implement as a data analytic in any industry, being an educator you are doing, you can do on your simply educational area in your class on your students or a simply one student you can implement these all things to improve their outcomes. So I hope I explained well. If you have any question of or you want to discuss with me any kind of things which is related to this topic, please, I really appreciate your comments, your thoughts about the data analysis. Please, I do have a request to share your one or two lines what you get from this session. Just share one or two line in a chat box. Whatever you get, any point you get from this session, please write it down on a chat box. Thank you so much for attending this session. And please, if you share one or two lines what you get from this session, it will be more good. I need a kind of a feedback from you